Kaboom! Teach them! Always make sure the message I reach them!
Live from Kingston, Jamaica, broadcasting around the world. You're watching the Teach Them Youth Show. Intellectual, yet stimulating. Fair, frank, and factual. This is Extra Class, streaming to the world and beyond.
You know, it's Teach Them, the #1 intellectual blogging panel on the YouTube channel.
Good night, everyone. Let me know if you're seeing me clearly. Let me know if you're hearing me clearly. If you're seeing and hearing me clearly, welcome to another episode of Extra Class, episode number 267. I trust that everyone is doing okay. I trust that everyone who is in the hearing of my voice and seeing my face would have had a wonderful week and is looking forward to the weekend despite the challenges that we're facing on a local and a global scale. For all the persons who are at work on this Friday night, I trust that your shift will end soon and you'll get a chance to get home to your family. For all the persons who are on the road, I trust that you will get home safely. For the people who are there home, ready for listen to teach about something to affect Jam Down, Jamrock, Jamaica land we love. Land of Food and Water, Bob Marley, Usain Bolt, Vice Cartel, Buju Banton, Shelly and Fraser Price, Lee and Thompson, Portia Simpson, Marcus Monsaya Gavi, Tommy Lee, and some whole heap more people. Peeps, good night. There, tired, soon circle.
Teach them! Always make sure the message I reach them! You know, it's Teach Them, the #1 intellectual blogging panel on the YouTube channel. Hey, yo, hello! Like, subscribe, and don't forget to click the notification button. Hey, yo, we always up to something. Teach them! Hey, yo, hello! Send the message and make it reach them. It's Teach Them, right here. Warlord representing.
Viewers delight. Thanks, really and truly appreciate that. Blessings to everyone. The background music balance and not too loud. Let me see. Testing one. Yeah, man, a good level that. Yeah, peeps, someone could get it up and running. I'm not planning for stay too late tonight because one, I'm tired, and two, I'm going to have babysitting duties. You know what I think? So I think a little choppy. I don't know what go on Empress MS. Peeps, let me know if everything balanced with everything and you know what I think Zane and thing. Let me know if everything balanced and plug in, peeps. You understand? So I'm going to take on the streets now. You know what I think set up. The COVID situation, I'm not going to dwell upon it too much. But I remember when plans were announced by the government of this country to reopen the borders. I understand the importance of that. But I was also of the view that state quarantine or mandatory state quarantine was still relevant, even though based on the number of people who would have been coming to the island would have made it logistically very, very challenging and monetarily extremely expensive to keep so many people in state quarantine for a 14-day period individually. Yeah? One of my greatest concerns at the time was the fact that I have come to understand my Jamaican brothers and sisters. I have come to understand that we can be a most indisciplined set of people. Many of us has developed this cant regard for law and authority. Many of us have become extremely selfish, and as such, I was of the view that it was always going to be a dangerous situation allowing some of my Jamaican brothers to self-quarantine, knowing full well that many of them, despite whatever measures are put in place, will find creative ways to flout the quarantine constraints. So said, so done. I heard the Minister of Health in Parliament suggesting that they are unable to find people who have tested positive because they have been hiding. People who should be in quarantine have gone to wakes and funerals, and a police have to get called in to remove some of them because them other man say them not gone away because one heap or something. You understand? I knew, unfortunately, that this would happen. I hope I was going to be proven wrong by my Jamaican brothers and sisters. But I suppose a leopard never changes its stripes, innit? Yeah, man. So, we have 700 and mash cases now, confirmed cases. 2 new recoveries today. Many more imported cases to come, I would assume, based on the fact that our borders are still open and we are receiving passengers from the United States, which is the country that has been most affected by the coronavirus. Overall, cases keep rising and rising and rising. In some states, they are short of ICU beds and all sorts of things. It's crazy, man. See, and one of the conundrum that we are facing as a nation is that on the ground locally, many persons have forgotten about the COVID situation. Many persons have reverted to their MO, their mode of operation prior to the COVID outbreak. Some persons just not really care from morning. Some people not care 2 times now. I don't know. But I suppose this thing may become a major cause for concern again, and some of the restrictions that were in place before may have to be re-implemented. Yeah? Yeah. So, I'm not even, as I said, one me head hurt me more sleep. So, I'm not even I don't know, 700 and odd cases. Yes. So, I'm not a region there, brother. I'm not even remember the figure in my head right now. Yeah, so I say. See, and I suppose it's just a matter of time before there's another wave, I don't know. And then, I don't know. It thinks that way. For all my Jamaican brothers and sisters, and Caribbean brothers and sisters for that matter, who are out in the diaspora, especially in the United States, I am asking, encouraging, beseeching, advising that you continue to be vigilant, you continue to practice all the necessities in relation to staving off the COVID virus. I know that on the ground in America, in some states, they are of the view that it is not real and it is a conspiracy. And because Donald Trump said X, them not really take it serious. And all man are evil. I saw a tweet that he posted the other day that says the coronavirus is down 10-fold. Cases are down 10-fold. When I see in Florida, I think last Saturday, over 58,000 cases in a one day. In places like Texas and Arizona, cases like I don't know. Donald Trump for you. Anyways, if you allow yourself to be led by Donald Trump, then big up yourself. That's all I have to say. I nothing else to say about that. Me move on. Someone could come my yard now. Me change out the background now. So I'll go on there. So why this? Oh, okay. Alright. Computer move like a peacock at traffic. $3.5 million worth of ganja seized in Hellshire Heights. 2 men arrested. Yeah? So over 300 pounds of ganja was seized and 2 men arrested by detectives from the police's narcotics division in Hellshire Heights, St. Catherine on Friday, the 10th of July, which is today. The reports had that about 5:30 this morning, a joint police-military operation was carried out in the community, which resulted in the seizure of 320 pounds of compressed ganja wrapped in bags. The seized drugs has an estimated street value of $3.5 million, and the identities of the men who have been arrested are being withheld pending further investigation. I need for adjust that, because I kind of see some comments. I'm going to take my need for, but give me a minute. The St. Catherine South Police have indicated that it is focused on pursuing and disrupting criminal activities, including the use of the Hellshire coastline as a hub for the illicit drug for gun trade. Yeah? Roseanne Brooks interview Buju Banton, that would be an absolute honor, Empress. I suppose perhaps I am not big enough as yet. Perhaps the right people them not see it yet, but that's a dream of mine one day. So I sincerely hope that happens. Justin Goff, big up yourself. Big up to all of the persons who are in the stream. If you're here for the first time, welcome. If you're there week in, week out, big up your nice and clean self. Big up all of the moderators them. You understand? You know, not tolerate the moderators. You understand what I say? Yeah, man. So you know that there are roughly about 250 unmanned points of entries in the country, along the country's coastline, and many of these, and we continue to say that the wharf is a major point of entry for illegal guns and ammunition. That is in many instances correct, but I am of the view that most of the illegal weapons that enter this country comes through these unregulated, unmanned, informal points of entries, and also or fishing villages. Yeah? But you know, we're quick for jump to war because you say a politician control it and this and that, when we really and truly are skirt around the fact that many of the men them we are posed as fishermen are fish for guns. You understand? Many of these fishing villages are central points for the trade or transshipment of guns and drugs. You understand? But we oftentimes, you know, because we know emotions and we have an agenda, seeing we focus on one particular situation when the thing broader than that many of the times. Before me forget, I was talking about police withholding the identities of people who they have arrested. I have been seeing an increase in the number of comments which are saying that one of the issues Jamaica's crime fight is the fact that police don't release the names of people who them arrest. You understand? They protect criminals. And I have given these statements some thought. And this is my purview on the situation. You see, I have come to understand that no matter what the police do in Jamaica, them can't satisfy some people. You understand? Like, for example, the incident where the police would have arrested 4 men on at the intersection of Mullines and Washington Boulevard the other day. But a commenter say, yo, all police intercept vehicle and a behave so calm, and I mean I say if the police them did go there and shoot in at the vehicle, road them black and place bun down and all sort of something. Seeing the men surrendered. There was no need for the police to exert any force in that particular situation. So yes, because the police them not exert no force, them know people and them involved in the crime. Like, no matter what the police them do, no matter how well they execute their job, people just, well, I mean, I understand. I can't understand it, brother. You understand? And then when me talk, you go, say, yo, me a defend Babylon or me a defend the DPP. Because enough, sometimes we're not very fair in our pronouncements and our analysis family. And it is my responsibility to add some balance to the discussion. You understand what I say? The police, them intercept the vehicle. The man, them in the middle of traffic. The vehicle cannot move. Bumper to bumper traffic. They surrendered. Man, I say, yo, the police, them shouldn't shoot them because, and the only reason why, because the police, them involved on them, no. I mean, I say, come on. I never respond to that particular comment. But look, I tell you all the time, you know, I may not get to respond to all comments. But I see most of the comments. You understand? And it's just true, I not choose to respond some of the time. Because sometimes I respond, some people go vex. Because I don't understand how we think sometimes. You understand? But I have also grown to understand that people also need to be allowed to express themselves. So I give them that. You understand? The platform is there for engagement and interaction. So you express yourself. I may not agree with your viewpoint. Some of the viewpoint them don't make no sense, family. God Almighty, no man. So watch I know. There's an increased call for police to just arbitrarily release the names of people them arrest. See, if you arrest a man, it means say if you keep the man's identity on wraps, it may lead you to a next man and a next man and a next man. Versus you come and say, Mark Wignall was arrested along XYZ road this morning and held with illegal guns. You understand? Fee brethren them in the thing with him I got ear now and shake up themselves. So I don't understand what I want the police them for do sometime. I really and truly don't understand. See, the police them hold on for somebody. No charges have been laid. Why people need for know say police? Nobody not charge nobody. Nobody get no charge, so why people need for come on road, so. It's like we don't want the police them for the most of the time. Like the other night, basically people are suggest say the police now done enough for curb domestic violence. Like we don't want the police them go live with people. So police will live with every couple. Every couple should be assigned a police officer. I mean, I understand. See, the police them not charge the people. So why them need to release them name? Why? When you release the name now, our next man get him thing together and go hide and do that and do that. So the element of surprise that the police are gonna have disappear. Me just not understand how we rationalize things sometimes. God know. Me I tell you the truth what God love. And as I say, we are all entitled to our opinions. Like many people have decided to take me to task in relation to what I said about Paula Llewellyn on Wednesday night. Zane, and I don't know if people don't know me yet. I don't understand who me is. I don't understand if people think say because after me say something I use say something I got change what me did say about it. Brother, I know some mistake. If me come here so and publicly say something, Zane, it means I think about it. It means say I weigh the pros and cons of saying what I said. And me I go stand by it. And I said before, I'll say it again. I am of the view that the extension given to Paula Llewellyn as DPP is a good move. You understand? You don't have to agree with that. That is my opinion. And the next thing is this. Like, everybody else can have an opinion, but teacher can have an opinion. And the moment teacher opinion differs from yours, you hear some bias. I see man in the comment from the last stream and say, yo, me bias because me just a like me a cuss, who me a cuss? Either me a cuss the PNP and now cuss the government, or me a cuss the government and now cuss the PNP. And me understand so them people them more time is a pass through and them don't know who teach them is. Because if you come here so regularly, you know some in a business who the guy. You know matter if you're orange or green or you're depend whatever tea. You understand what I say? If fire for blaze, fire go blaze. You know matter who the guy. Some more time I say them things. I say your people not easy though. God no. See, it just really and truly amazing sometimes to really sit down and read something. Like, sometimes we don't have to comment. Sometimes we don't have to comment. May I tell you the truth? Because if you are comment crap, then it don't make no sense you're comment. God no. You understand? The extension is to make sure Reed and Pinnock get away. Okay, cool, Walters. But then again, as far as I know, is that the FID had applied for a fiat to get an independent legal personnel to prosecute that case. So I don't know that is the office of the DPP are going to prosecute that case. So then again, see, but I mean, the information is out there if you want it, brother. You understand? Instead of just getting up and saying things like some people, like, you know what I mean? So, but that's how I think. Everything good still. No. I come over. I don't really have a strength tonight for really. You understand? I just have to do some work and go do some things. See me? It's like, you know, understand, say teach them operate differently from the rest of like them want to listen or want to watch. Man, I just get up and beat up on people for beat up on people sake or for make money. You understand me? I say, I'm do this because I want a better country for myself and for my youths. You understand what I say? I love my country. And no matter what the situation is, I try to be fair to everybody who involved in the situation. But I just get up and say, yo, because man a this or man a... No, brother, we don't operate so. Because everybody are people at the end of the day. You understand? I try to be very fair to everybody. Seeing if me say, yo, well done, me say, well done. If me say, yo, go, me say, go. You understand what I say? So me not just get up and just be one track and you, everything just bad and everything just wrong. That is not the case, family. In everybody have good, in every good you have bad, family. You understand what I say? The same politicians who will get up and beat up every day. And not just so about them though. There have been instances where politicians have done good in the country. The same police who will get up and beat up every day. There are many police officers who do good on a daily basis. So we just get up and say, yo, burn Babylon every day and me hate police. No, family. Me not operate them way, man. You understand me? I say I balance my thing there. See? So if that not work out for you, just go somewhere else. You understand? So if you're in a fear and equity and balance, then it don't make no sense. If you feel like something, just get up every day and cuss the government, that not gonna happen. If you feel like me, I get up every day and cuss the PNP, that not gonna happen. If the PNP forget customer, I get cuss. If the government forget customer, I get cuss. If the police forget customer, I get cuss. And conversely, if them forget big up, them I get big up. You understand? Because life is about balance, yo. We can't just get up every day and a beat one nail the same way. And sometimes that nail don't deserve a beat, you know. But because we are so hell-bent and beating that nail, we take one next nail and a beat that nail there too. Well, I mean, I get it still. But me operate differently still. So if you don't learn that yet, then you probably need to figure out that. And if you don't work for you, just move on. It's simple. There are many other channels out there. There are many other people out there. So if for them style and for them delivery work for you, then you just move on. You don't need for the year, so. It's a simple thing. You understand? Nobody not town up here, see, you know. So if you come here, so you come here, so because you feel like, say, when you talk one and two things that make sense, you understand? You think, I deal with things on a fear level. Seeing, be it who forget beaten. But if that not work for you, you feel like I just come every day, come do one thing, and the moment me not do that, you feel like, oh, my bias and me at this, then you move, man. Because some money tonight, you know. This guy may not have his strength. But alright, we could move her. Electrician charged with assault, illegal possession of firearm. Electrician has gotten a shock to his system. Watch out. An electrician is scheduled to appear before the court to answer to assault and gun charges following an incident in his community on Tuesday, the 12th of May. Charged with assault at common law and illegal possession of firearm is 44-year-old Glenford ST of Rosetta Park, Cherry Gardens in St. Catherine. According to the police, about 10:45 a.m., ST was involved in a dispute with another man, and he allegedly brandished a firearm. He reportedly fled the scene but was subsequently arrested. ST, I know what kind of surname that, I first me hear it, was charged following an interview in the presence of his attorney on Thursday, the 9th of July. So 4 arrested after ammunition found on premises. Yeah? So a team of officers arrested 4 men following the seizure of 44 assorted rounds of ammunition during an operation on Grapetree Lane in Pedro Plains, St. Elizabeth on Thursday, July 9. So reports from the Pedro Plains police are at about 1 p.m. lawmen were in the area when a premises that was occupied by 4 men was searched, and the 44.38 rounds of ammunition were found in their possession. So speaking about 4 men, I would have done the video. I suppose many people have watched it because the video is doing fairly well, I suppose, where the police managed to intercept a vehicle along Washington Boulevard with 4 men aboard who are believed to have conducted a string of robberies in the Kingston and St. Andrew area over a period of time. Not sure the exact period of time, but that operation was made possible through the utilization of the Jamaica Eye technology. And as I've probably not said this, but you know, I see the comments. I mean, say people have been calling for the implementation of technology in the crime fight. And I have said before that the JCF is not the best, but they are not the worst. Yeah. A lot of things need to improve, but sometimes they deserve more credit than they get. And this is not the first instance where Jamaica Eye would have led to the interception and arrest of men involved in robbery. I remember one night some robbery going up a Poppy in a device was tracked and the men were intercepted somewhere in, I think, in Halfway Tree, Constant Spring area. So it's not the first time, and I suppose it will not be the last. Also, the Jamaica Eye system continues to be built out. More and more cameras are being added. Sometimes some camera in some places where you don't even realize when you say bombard, but after you know so there's a camera there. But there are cameras in some places where you only figure out a camera there, and there are cameras in some places where you know say a camera there. Also, private citizens and businesses can add their cameras to the Jamaica Eye network. I suppose some people will have issues with that. Some people won't. But the more cameras that are added to the network, the better it will be for the police to have a greater impact on their efforts to dent crimes in the country. Yeah. So I mean, small strides in the right direction, and well done to the police. Seeing as we normally criticize them as them twist and turn. So when them do well, we say them do well too. Big up to the police. I hope I run of applause button this me after. Yeah man, it sound like I. Yeah man, big up on yourself. So I'm not even the script that, but remember it off at the top of my head. So speaking about cops, so you say we just big up the police them. So watch out now. Conversely, to bigging up the police, you still have some police officers in the force where them are criminal. You understand? As I've said before, there is documented evidence to point to the fact that you have police officers who are murderers, who are major players in gangs in this country, who have been arrested, charged, tried and convicted for rapes, robberies, fraud, scamming, gang activities, any crime people when the police force committee or police committing those crimes too. You understand? And you know, them normally say they could have suffer for the bad, so people tend to broad brush the JCF many times, and everybody get whitewashing and the broad brushing thing. But I've said it before and I'll say it again. In my view, we have more good police officers than bad police officers. The reality is that the bad police officers are so bad that they oftentimes cast a shadow on the good police officers. See, the ones that when them arrested in the United States where they are for drug running and thing. You understand? So our next brother here, St. Catherine cop on corruption charge gets bail. Yeah? What kind of charge? Corruption charge. A St. Catherine policeman who is alleged to have accepted $30,000 from an accused man to drop an assault charge against him has been granted bail in the sum of $150,000 with surety. Yeah? The man who paid the money to get arrested too, for bribing a police officer, two of them are criminal like. Watch me now. So Constable Marlon Campbell was ordered to return to the St. Catherine Parish Court on October 20. He was arrested and charged this week with breaching the Corruption Prevention Act. Now, attorney at law Aisha Rockingham, in making the bail application, told Parish Judge Monique Harrison that Campbell was not a flight risk. It is alleged that in September of 2018, the complainant paid Campbell the money to drop the case against him. Sometime after, the complainant reported the matter to the police, and statements were collected and sent to the Director of Public Prosecutions for a ruling. It's a DPP, no do nothing. Somebody in the commentary the other day said, me I take the DPP thing personal. Like, I don't know how me I take it. All me I try to do is pause it and share my view, so me not agree with some of the things what people say about the DPP. That's all. You understand? But because you know sing a song where people want, you know, sing the song where people want hear them turn off the radio. You understand what I say? Them not try to say if a song have any credence to it, you know. Them just lock off the radio because you not play for them song. But that's how I think go still. The 7 brothers, 7 different minds, I suppose. The policeman was stationed at the Central Village Police Station. He met the complainant in Spanish Town in 2018 and allegedly collected the money to drop the case. You see them policeman, yeah? You see una doing good. Una need to left a force and stop because on a greed, Zane make it difficult for honest, hardworking police officers, you understand, to operate because people have them as criminals too, because them colleagues are criminals. You understand? So, I don't know. Big up to the good police them. You understand? The bad police them, on the time I come. Feel me? Yeah, man. Police again. Police thwart multi-million-dollar heist at Western Union. Big up to the police them, man. Nobody know how big enough. Me teach them how big enough. Yes, I don't know what some big up. 2 men were arrested yesterday after attempting to rob a Western Union location on Hope Road. Millions of dollars in various currencies was recovered at the scene. Reports from the Halfway Tree police had at about 9:40 p.m. Early that night just come down, you know. A team responded to a reports of a burglary in progress at a financial institution after an alarm went off at the building. On arrival, 2 men were found inside the ceiling, must be carpenter them, with a bag containing over 1 million Jamaican dollars, 11,500 US dollars. You know that 11,500 US dollars they can buy me some things. 2 camera and a laptop and a MacBook Pro. Jaja. $1,010 worth of pound sterling. CI dollars 115. Zine euro. No, so euro are 1,010. Pound 400. Canadian dollar 1,240. You understand? Yo, the man them bag heavy. Zane, the men were taken into custody and the cash seized. It is believed that a third person escaped with an undetermined sum of money. I wonder, the identities of the men are being withheld pending further investigation, but you know, police will release the man, them name them a shield criminal. I don't know Rasta. You understand? Who says stream freeze? It's stream freeze? I don't know if it's stream freeze. It's stream not freeze, man. It's stream alright. Who says stream freeze? It's stream good. Which one am I there now? Oh, next screen, honest. Yeah. I true Peter, some of them are food them I eat. I food them think they pan. You understand? Them no business with the country. We have been seeing cases like these in recent times, and I suppose more will make it into the public domain because there are at least 140 more inmates in the country's penal institutions that have been held for a prolonged period of time, in some instances 20, 30, 40 years without trial, many of them being deemed mentally challenged as well. Wow. Man in prison without trial for over 20 years freed. Rosie said the streamer freeze up. Peeps, anybody else streamer freeze up? This looks smooth on my end. On the software in front of me, on the screen over here, so everything looks smooth. I don't know. Anybody else have issue? It a freeze to through. Oh, it look like it a freeze to through, you know. Then I don't know it a freeze to through. I know internet look like it a give a little problem. Yes. Alright, hopefully it sort out itself soon, yeah. So go on. And I don't know how good as Friday night, everybody I use internet. Yo, I'm on my own internet. Yes, and nobody else not have connection to it. I mean, pay for you know, but they not go and give me. See me? Their bosses only went into politics just to eat the food as well. That's true, you know, Mr. Davis. We can't fight that. You understand? We can't fight that. So peeps, when you keep me updated on the stream, it just say YouTube is not receiving enough video. Then look how much video me I send YouTube. Then I don't know why them not receive it for a smooth streaming as such. Some viewers will experience buffering. But me I send a video that I don't know. I the internet, man. But that's all the computer. I don't know yes about. Well, I see my screen starts stutter a bit now. So I don't know. If a stream crash, nobody go nowhere. Fingers crossed, it crash. Yes, it's freezing up. Alright, I'm going to change over from my Wi-Fi connection. I know if you don't want to see me on the stream. I think I say no data. I'm still live this, so I know. Everything close, I suppose. Let's see what I'm going to dance up. It's good now. It froze briefly. Yeah, man. It will freeze briefly. It's raining in your ear. I know you're not Max done. Please, that as a matter of fact. Alright, so hopefully it's good now. You understand? I just switch over. I never realized that the Wi-Fi I just stream on. I just switch over to my hardline connection. So hopefully that more stable. You understand? Because I'm not able. You see it? So hopefully it's a better experience. Big up to the people that will just disappear off our stream. I know that they're gone, but that's how it goes. You understand? Green screen, bad teach. Yeah, man, you know it's a Elgato green screen. I don't know about $160 for one. So you can't cop, man. Retractable and thing. It still look like it a freezer. I don't know. Alright, so ready now. I could see if we can do this before Background Master get involved. Your stream, good at Canada teaching. Big up yourself, you know, Father Caldwell. Blessings. Alright. So 1 week after being granted bail, Abraham Lawrence, the mentally ill man who was in prison for over 20 years, this morning walked out of the St. Elizabeth Parish Court a free man. 49-year-old Lawrence was admitted into the custody of the Department of Correctional Services in 1999. After them time, just a high school in our life, about my second year high school that. I just go me head still, but don't you understand? After he was arrested in relation to an altercation where he allegedly threw stones at a group of men in Huntley Castle District. So the man flinged stone after some man and served 20 years. A police service vehicle was damaged during the altercation. That's not really good still, but you know what I mean? He was declared unfit to plea and remained imprisoned until a week ago, when he appeared in the St. Elizabeth Parish Court in Black River, where he was granted bail and released into the care of his family. So Senior Parish Judge Anne-Marie Granger at 10:07 a.m. freed Lawrence after reviewing reports from a psychiatrist and probation officer, which indicated that he is not fit to plea. It was a good report. Lawrence, needs to follow up with the doctor. Take him to the hospital or see a private doctor, Granger told Lawrence's brother, who was present in court. She also instructed the probation officer to visit Lawrence regularly at home. I feel 100% good. I feel good. It's a great moment to have him at home after he was incarcerated, so I feel happy, said Llewellyn Lawrence, shortly after his brother Abraham release. Jaja. 20 years. Fling 2 stone. Yo. System rough, brother. You understand? System rough. 99, me just about them time there, you know? Boy, me I tell you, Rasta. 20 years. We see man serve 41 years. Never got a court. Man served 30 odd years. Never got a court. And people in the DCS, which is the Department of Correctional Services, and the Ministry of Justice continue to be paid on a monthly basis when you have men languishing. What I want for the police, my friend, you know, me not getting no update in a Father Russian. Zane, you have men languishing in the penal system who have not faced a judge for 10, 20, 30, 40 years. And people still keep collecting their salaries. And as Mike Jones has said, you have murderers that get 8 years. See? Be me, I try the local maths. Big up yourself. You're not hard bad. Hope you're good in a broski. You see me? What him been on teach about 44? I didn't even sure your article not say it, you know. Article not say it, Rasta. No, speaking about Jaja, there's another case in relation to a hospital, in relation to coronavirus, in relation to another death, in questionable circumstances. I mean, the most prominent one being Miss Jodie and Ferran. Yeah? Now, there was an incident at the National Chest Hospital where a female died, and by all indications, she died after falling while making an attempt to leave the hospital. Some report says she was trying to escape the hospital. I don't even know. You see me? Blessings be him. I get this dark. Green screen lighting will improve. Alright. Work in progress. Family challenges reported version of woman's death at hospital. I must admit that I am not 100% familiar with the details of this incident, as I have not gotten a chance to, you know what I mean, delve into it as much as I would normally because of my current situation, yeah? But let me shed what one article has said. The family of a woman who is believed to have fallen to her death in the vicinity of the isolation ward at the National Chest Hospital in St. Andrew on Wednesday morning is seeking clarity about what really happened. It has been suggested that the woman, who was believed to have been afflicted by the coronavirus, was trying to escape from the hospital and fell into a ventilator, in which she died. A ventilator shooter, I suppose. 43-year-old Karsha Johnson Sinclair was reportedly tested for COVID-19, but her family said no results were presented to her or the family. Her husband, Dave Sinclair, and other family members are demanding answers from the hospital and have retained a prominent attorney to represent their interests. Isaac Buchanan. Isaac in demand right now. In an interview on Thursday, Mr. Sinclair said the family is insisting on the provision of CCTV footage to show what occurred that led to his wife's death. Then I don't see why that shouldn't be a problem. CCTV footage shouldn't become available. Michael Fraser, teach congrats. Please buy your son a book for me, education. We said, I see I heard of the father Fraser. Book the thing there. Book. On the pressure on the book. Illiterate and foolish. Yeah, understand me? I said, big up Rodney Bounty Killer Price anyway, and I world him dead. Yeah, man, book we say. Jaja. See it? Alright, watch out now. Good night, Kerry. How are you? Sinclair said because of his wife's medical challenges, she could not walk for even a minute without being supplied with oxygen, and questioned how she supposedly walked for some distance and climbed up on a bin to go down into the ventilator. No motive has yet been offered for her reported attempt to escape the facility. Now, reporting on the incident, a representative from the Corporate Communications Unit, which is the police's information arm, on Wednesday said she fell to her death. We don't have the exact details. There's an investigating officer, at the scene, but it is understood that the woman had been in the isolation ward at the hospital. It is suspected that she may have been exposed to the COVID-19 virus. Sinclair also said he cannot go back to work at present, and since the news of his wife's death broke, his boss believes that he has been exposed to the virus. Normally, I said I like when I look up and I see it, like the man's wife was admitted in hospital on the suspicion that she had contracted the coronavirus. She died after falling to her death, allegedly. Now, her husband cannot go to work because his boss is saying that he may have been exposed to the coronavirus, seeing that his wife had it. Blessings in the Father, Michael. But it's school fee paid. Bless up, brother. He said he won't be able to go back to work until he gets a clean bill of health from medical authorities, and the situation has significantly affected his life. I can only imagine. Ah, boy. Blessings, Mel. How are you? Beautiful. Hope all is well. Hey, Lady Clark, what's going on? Another strange situation. I sincerely hope that the CCTV footage is made available. I would really love to see it as well. Yeah, son. I would really love to see it as well. Another curious development. Many questions, more questions and answers. Saying police get all the cash, so they are telling lies about the man escape. Max Dan, which man? You see me? So, boy, I don't know. I don't know. But if she was on an isolation unit, see, wouldn't it be the norm for security to be posted at the entries and exits of same units, seeing that these people would be coronavirus positive? So if so, where would those security personnel have been? And if there were no security personnel, why was there no security personnel? Blessings in the data boss, and say I read enough family. Appreciate the support. I don't know. I keep my eye upon that story because I think I have another picture of the Empress and I hope it fill up the screen. So this is the Empress who unfortunately died. You understand? The details are sketchy to say the least. See? Miss Mill, where's a pampas time? Trust me, pampas time. Thanks so much, Empress. Really and truly appreciate the thought and the contribution. You understand? And blessings again, Father Michael Fraser. Likewise, we appreciate the support, family, and the contribution. You know what I mean? Yeah, man. Me not even know what to make of the situation yet, family. Because as I say, I try to wrap my head around a couple of things and I don't know. I wait to find out what the lawyer come up with and what is his line of what is his line of information. Also, what the police report will have to say. Also, what the hospital report will have to say. Because after the Jody and Ferran situation, the health authorities should not allow anything similar to that, near to that, where somebody in relation to COVID-19 dies like that. Because it will open up wounds again when not heal yet, when even start heal yet. And more I don't know. This I don't know. I don't know. I'm say I can't find Ninja, man.
Something alright. Something alright, yeah.
I hope I may find. Something alright, man. Something alright. I don't know. May I go and keep me eye on it. Cause more questions and answers. See? One next story, topic, when I always try to find some answer for, and me just leave with more questions and answers again. And I have always tried to figure out, see? How is it humanly possible? Yeah? How is it humanly possible? There have to be more to it, Kim T. Have to be. See? This what I go on. But they say they know the time, man. YouTube don't need to send a notification now, brother. You're there on the channel from before me started, sir. Then you know what time we stream. You understand? So excuse me for cussing, because you shouldn't have to get a notification there. Start it show. Between me and you. We don't have to get nobody else involved. But between me and you understand? And as me as a peeps, I have been trying to figure out. Because me hear these stories innumerable times. Where men who are fathers to sons and daughters have been accused, arrested, charged, tried, convicted, sentenced for sexually abusing their children. I'm been at ask, I'm been at try figure out, how is it possible for a man to be sexually aroused by his daughter or his son? It's who wire them the man there? Or which electrician? How the electrician? How who certify them? Them man don't know wire right. The red wire dep on one wrong wire. The black wire dep and in the grounds. Them man in the grounded. Okay. And people don't know 1 half or 2 half or 3 half or 4 half situation. It's a million half, you know. Eh? Of all the people them in these children's lives, you as the pitney daddy should be the one protecting, going at any lengths to protect your child, and you are the one who abuse a child. Why am I not know star? St. Thomas man charged with raping daughter when she was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 years old. So alright, make we try, if humanly possible, forget about the fact for a second. Say, is him daughter. Make we try to figure out what kind of sexual gratification a man can get from a 7-year-old baby. And you know the worst thing about this, him good as go court go plead guilty and get 7 months. And that child will have to live with said scar for the next 70 years. Yo, we in a trouble, you know. We in a trouble, man. Jamaica, we in a trouble, man. Trouble to them, man. It's funny that the person who came up with that slang come from St. Thomas too. Trouble to them, man. We in a trouble, man. A St. Thomas groundsman is to face a parish court in Morant Bay on Wednesday, the 15th of July, for allegedly raping his now 14-year-old daughter 7 years ago. The 34-year-old man, whose name is being withheld to protect the child, allegedly raped the child when she was a 7-year-old. Not just any child, you know. Female child, you know. The alleged incident recently came to light and a report was made to the Morant Bay unit of the Center for Investigation of Sexual Offences and Child Abuse, SOCA. An investigation launched, which resulted in the arrest and charge of the man for rape and incest. Damn grounds, man. The man raped him 7-year-old daughter, Rasta. What am I then do to him 10-year-old daughter? Think about it. If a man can rape him 7-year-old daughter, what am I then do to your daughter? Westmoreland farmer slapped with multiple charges following domestic dispute. The Westmoreland police have charged a man with assault at common law, illegal possession of firearm, and assault occasioning actual bodily harm, following a domestic dispute between him and a woman at his home in Lennox Big Woods, Darliston, in Westmoreland on Saturday the 20th of June. Charges 35-year-old Edward Masters, a farmer of Lennox Big Woods in Darliston, Westmoreland. Reports are who named that place there. Hey boy, Lennox. Reports are that Masters and the woman were at his home when a dispute developed between them. Masters then used a bottle to hit the woman several times to her face, then pulled a firearm from his waistband and used it to hit her in the face. No, Masters is not the master of his own destiny. The matter was reported to the police and Masters was arrested during an operation on Monday, July 6. He was later charged on Wednesday, July 8. His court date is being finalized. I wonder if they find a court. Now imagine, but before we move on, I'm glad said the Empress was not murdered. Yeah? But I could go back to the place name there. Imagine you all apply for one job somewhere like. And your address is lot number 2, Lennox Bigwood. Then me then move Rasta. Address there. Lennox Bigwood. Where you live? Around a Lennox Bigwood. No, sir. You know that. Lot number 2, Lennox Big. No.
That will never happen.
You'll never live to see that. You know. I remember one time I did at college, you know. Yeah, son, and I was a full-time student, but you have some nice girls that I study at evening time, you know. You know them girls they at work, you know they at college, and you know nothing to go on most of the time, you know. So I have a job near to one and few evening class girls them some of the time. And I said, and draw down upon a Philly. You see, and thing. And time I mean what? Second year, I think. Yeah, man, and draw down upon the Philly, and you know a link maker and thing, and I think about one Friday night chink up and say, yo, you know, road have to take her and thing, and she sent a cab for the teacher. But it's true, she sent a cab for the teacher, as I never give the cab the address. You understand? They come like a for them cab link, and you understand? When I reach, you see, me I drive up on one street, and when me I see near my street, me I say, Bowers Drive. And me I say, then me not love this a drive, yeah. Hey, me stay night still, you know. So you understand, but say me not go back. Never been back there. Run a Corville Garden, run a one part there. Bowers Drive. And I think about number 2 Bowers Drive to you know. Me not go back around there. Oh, sir. But we could move on some serious things, you know, because we don't love people business, you know. You understand? So we sit down attentive and listen and look. Lennox, big man live out of Lennox. No, Rasta. So on a serious level, I don't peeps. Mr. David said I got to that first place. Man, them sick out there. Why, Tash, I don't want to man them I impress. Big man thing. You understand? A man them sick, man. A man them pass sick. That is not even sick. It's a next level that. You understand? I 32 degree of sickness that. You know, yo, I don't know. Me rather live a bush here. Yeah, man. Oh, boy. I don't go back around there, that's man. And then I'm my favorite place, man. No back around there. So you have to take in teeth come out one more time. Because that story that they devil look well. You have to laugh look a bit. Watch I know peace. Because one little thing I go on over one little place, you know. Hunger strike as prisoners protest death of fellow inmate after altercation with warders. You understand? The authorities are trying to reduce tension at the Tower Street Adult Correctional Center, where prisoners have gone on a hunger strike in protest of the death of an inmate during an altercation with a correctional officer last Saturday. I don't know if the hunger strike still go on, I doubt it still. The Independent Commission of Investigations, INDECOM, which probes reports of abuse of power and deaths in custody in relation to the security forces and the correctional services, said that 39-year-old Darren Brown fell ill after being struck with a regulation baton. It said that it would probe further to uncover what else transpired. The officers have been served notices to provide statements to the commission and attend interviews. The Gleaner understands that Brown was taken to the medical area of the institution and subsequently transported to the Kingston Public Hospital, where he was pronounced dead on arrival. The incident has increased tension in the facility. I wonder who came to the hospital. I don't know. Information reaching the Gleaner is that the inmates refused all meals on Monday and Tuesday. It was not clear up to Wednesday whether they had relaxed their protests, but the Gleaner gathered that officials have met with the disgruntled inmates. They were trying to assure the inmates that the warders in question will not be allowed back into the prison without an escort and that the matter would be properly investigated. A correctional officer, not authorized to speak, said, "None of them nah eat, and some eat and can't." What that? Enough of them nah eat. And some want eat and can't eat. Prison system thing. Them turn back everything since Monday. So basically, if a man end up on a hunger strike and then catch you eat food, you know them are going to name your food because they're supposed to be on a hunger strike too. Boy, that rough in brother. Because me don't really must believe in a cause where you fight for right and now in a rasta. Me hungry, you know. Jaja. It is understood that discussions are also on the way to ban physical punishments being meted out to inmates. Questions sent by the Gleaner on Tuesday to Matthew Samuda, Minister without portfolio in the Ministry of National Security, have not been answered. And there was no contact from Lieutenant Colonel Gary Rowe, who is the head of the DCS. Why prison thing rough fire? Understand. Vendor shot dead in midday gun attack at Falmouth Market. Empress Jen said teachers are undercover girl. He said, no, sir, me's not an undercover and me's not a girl is still in the miss, man. As me say, one at a time still, me did young and handsome. You understand? The girls them did like me, and me did like them back. You understand? So, you know what I mean? Yeah, man. Thing just stay intact. You understand? Everything connect and plug in. You know what I mean? But you know, we get older and colder. You understand? Boy. I mean, like, if Falmouth Market, you know, I been there. You understand? A close vendor who was selling at the Falmouth Market in Trelawney was shot and killed by an unknown assailant early on Wednesday afternoon. The deceased has been identified as Wayne Reed of Hanover address. Reports are that about 12:30 p.m., Reed was at his stall when he was approached and shot by a lone gunman. Reed ran from his stall and subsequently collapsed. He was taken to a hospital where he was pronounced dead on arrival. The gunman fled the scene. Remember, you know? The police are theorizing that the killing may have stemmed from a fight that Reed had with another vendor earlier that morning. So they don't lock up the vendor yet. They don't question the vendor next. You know, I understand. I do understand, Rasta. Yes, rush in. You have to hang up the boots them and the cleats them. You understand what I say? Else we get side tackle. Yeah, all like, you know. You understand? Don't do the things I used to do. Boy. So apparently, the victim and another that had some form of altercation. Looked like it was physical. And I don't know. Why I don't know, Rasta? I mean, ask the same questions on Wednesday night, you know. When we are going to learn some restraint and constraint as a people. We don't have to settle everything with blood in a family. You understand? We don't have to settle everything with blood, Rasta. Spring Garden, want to go on, family? Yo, boy, I don't know, brother. It's always violence over silence. You want to say again now? Speaking of violence. Employer charged with stabbing death of man he hired to do work. I say my head a kill me, You know? Like I see me there, I don't know, my head not small, you know. You understand? So my head them not come in a small size now, you know. It was me exhausted too, yeah, but that's a work. I was like, I never stream last weekend, none at all. I'm stream Wednesday still, but you know what? But the work I forgot what. You understand what I say? A man has been charged by the police for fatally stabbing another man who was hired by him to carry out electrical work at a house in Cromwelland, St. Mary last month. Cromwelland. You know what I say? I first met about a place at St. Mary and St. Mary born. Cromwelland. Who in Miss Johnson, which part of St. Mary this come from? It's for Johnson or St. Mary Heights, you know, she know things. Who else in here from? Which part of St. Mary that place here there? I don't know it. I know most places are Mary. You understand? Why Dawson? I don't know still. I some sleep I want to get still. You understand? The accused, 24-year-old Rajay Hood. HOOD. Was on Tuesday charged with the murder of 55-year-old Paul Forrest. Maybe on the way to Highgate. Hey, maybe I drink some water before I come on for the stream and Father Perkins, but I don't know. So go every girl is have to retire. Will dry up at I want to, you know, nobody, even though I couldn't realize that nobody in this world can get me if say me is a gallus. I was a gallus. Never. Yeah, so I don't know what I talk about. As I done telling you thing to set up. Once upon a time, I was young and handsome and she used to play football and cricket and them things there. You know what I mean? And the girls used to like them things there. And me ain't too fool neither. You understand? I know things I said to the girls and smile for a while. Yes. Oh boy. Yeah man, that's the thing, Empress Rosie man. That go on man, a simple maths, but you know we have to do what we have to do. Yeah man. There's a thing you know me learn in a life, say. Never mind. Nah, tell you me learn in a life. Let me do this story. We're not very distracted. You understand? The accused 24-year-old Rajay Hood was on Tuesday charged with the murder of 55-year-old Paul Forrest. Both men resided in Cromwell Land in Highgate. Here I've said, oh, so Spring Garden did right. They're on Highgate side. Understand? Yeah. Show me there though. Oh boy. Oh, so I never remember say I get that. I think I read the article and I probably ain't done read it. Yeah man, I saw the Spring Garden near Highgate. So reports from the Highgate police are that an argument developed between the two after Hood hired Forrest to carry out. So Forrest. Two of them, you understand? After Hood hired Forrest to carry out electrical work at his home, Hood was said to have been dissatisfied with the work that was subsequently done and confronted Forrest. Hood confronted the Forrest on a section of the roadway in Cromwell Land. During a subsequent dispute, Wood reportedly used a knife to stab Forrest several times, the police reported. The wounded man was taken to hospital where he died while being treated. A court date is being finalized for Hood. Still answer, but I hide the bad. Ah boy. But that even look proud here, because right now, you understand, I mix no come for mix me up, and I'm not take my mix up, you understand? Yeah man. Ah boy. So you employ the man for do some work. The work not do well. Ask the man for redo the work now. How killing the man I go solve the problem? I don't understand. I don't get it. Triple murder rocks Spanish Town. The Spanish Town police are probing the circumstances behind the killing of 3 men on St. John's Road, Spanish Town, early yesterday morning. You understand? Dead was Rashid Vassal, otherwise called Bully. A customer service representative of Caton, Spanish Town, Taffa Williams, and an unidentified man. According to police reports, the men were in a house sleeping with other occupants when 3 men armed with handguns and rifles knocked on the door and shouted, "Police, open up." The occupants opened the door and the men entered and placed Vassal Williams, and the other man face down and shot them execution style, killing them on the spot. One of the other persons in the house at the time of the shooting said that the murders occurred close to 1 a.m. and that it was clear that the killers came only for the 3 men. One of Williams' relatives said that while he did not have a squeaky clean reputation, he did not deserve to be murdered. Him never really a saint. Alright, him a never really a saint. The problem that him used to have years ago was that him always a thief goat and them something there. But him cut out all of that for a while now. Him have a clean slate now. Them chop him up enough time for fight and the goat thing. But him name never call for any shooting and them thing there. Him all drop off a light post couple times and all burn up, the person said. Williams has had a rough life. The relative added that Williams, who was employed at the Jamaica Public Service Company, was very hardworking and did fishing at Greenwich Farm in his spare time. She stated that he had been living on St. John's Road for a while, but had returned to his home in Kidsletown just weeks ago. Him baby mother go back home earlier this week, so him brother left him off at St. John's Road last night because him said him a go look for him for the baby. This morning we just get the news, so them shoot up the house, she said. Empress I said him used to do some things. I don't know if the things that we used to do in the past catch up on him. I don't know. You understand? I don't know, Rasta. I don't know. You have good cops, bad cops, cops that rape people, and cops that broke shop. Wouldn't know here, nothing yet. Yo, this are the first one, me Babylon Fret. Anthony B, link up. Been a try find your brother. You understand? Say if anybody we are watching know Anthony B, we not do the maths. You understand? Yeah, man. Speaking about bad cops, I'm tired of them, you know. I'm tired of them, because I hear what I go on now. You see them I call my work hard, you know, because you see true beans a man who normally, you know, come to the defense of the police force from time to time. It's hard for me to do that when you have men like these. Police car traveling with suspected gunmen in Clarendon. Same thing again. Dinner share, dumpling and mackerel. We give thanks because something at the pot still. The police high command has ordered a top-level probe into an incident in which a member of the Jamaica Constabulary Force was reportedly found in a car transporting suspected gunmen in Maypen, Clarendon on Wednesday morning. 2 illegal guns are reportedly seized during the operation. Senior Superintendent Glenford Miller, head of the Clarendon Police, said that the police team was patrolling the Maypen area about 1:15 a.m. when they saw a parked vehicle with men aboard. The officers became suspicious, so they accosted the men, searched the vehicle and found the guns and ammunition. It was later discovered that one of the men was a member of the JCF assigned to the Zone of Special Operation in Denham Town. The constable is currently on sick leave. Well, was on sick leave at the time of the incident. So, man, they make it hard for defending the rest of police from time to time, you know. You understand what I say? Hard, man. I don't know. But you see, the difference is in a Garfield. Some of them are gunmen outside of them service pistol. You understand? When will they learn? Never apparently. I don't know. The other 3 suspects have been taken into custody. So SSP Miller said investigators are trying to determine whether the men were involved in an earlier shooting in the parish. I'd be surprised if they weren't. But never mind. Murder in red light district. Man shot after meeting prostitute. An unidentified man was shot and killed by armed men in the vicinity of the Shoe Arcade in downtown Montego Bay, St. James on Tuesday night. He is the 60th person to be murdered in St. James since the start of the year. Big up to the people that may have forward in the building. Manners. The Barnett Street police say the man is believed to be in his late 20s, about 5 feet 5 inches tall, and has a low haircut. The victim was clad in a white merino, blue and white shorts, and grey sneakers. Reports by the police are that shortly after 10:30 p.m., the man was standing at a shop, Pizza. A long time I never said that word there. As a matter of fact, I never said that word there. I normally say plaza. A man that stand at a shop, Pizza. Along Harbour Street when he was approached by men. An argument developed between him and the men, and one man pulled a handgun and opened fire, hitting the victim in his head and upper body. The men ran from the scene and escaped in the direction of Strand Street. The police were summoned, and upon their arrival, the scene was processed and the victim transported to hospital where he was pronounced dead. Upon visiting the scene, it was said that before the man was shot, he was seen trying to purchase sex from a popular prostitute. Around here says a little area where man come and pick up a girl and pay money to get himself sorted out. And me sure say, me remember the same brother there did a bother a girl, say him want some sex to buy. But the chick never too interested because him never talk about the money what she asked her, one prostitute said. She added that she was actually with a customer when she heard the gunshots. Me never even finish. What you know the thing go? The customer catch him afraid and say him I left the spot. What him run? With the money upon him still. Step bad things make jokes on my time. But I have to laugh a little bit. Understand? Father Travis Miller, you know say I sincerely me sight up the message on Twitter, brother, where you asked the Michael Holding clip. My apologies, you hear, sir? Just been busy for the past couple of while, yeah? You see me? My apologies. And not long before me start stream, me actually see the message. Me never get to reply to it like that. Me never even finish. But you know the thing go. The customer catch him afraid and say him I left the spot. But him run with the money upon him still. And that the article saying and trick me chicken still. You understand? We don't love foolishness. Zane, but him run the money upon me still. The woman collect her money. And when me come over, me say I the same brother who did want the little chief sex them kill. The JCF says St. James have seen a 17.1% reduction in the murder from the corresponding period last year. Residents say this is only due to the COVID-19 outbreak in the island. Yes, sir. I don't know how much your brother did have. But probably if they go like 2:30, 3 o'clock, Rose is a be of foolish shit. We then probably get it for when me have, because you know, say, you know, understand? But probably too they look early. Yeah. That go on. Then the woman say, cheap, brother. Then I don't even know his weird, sir. So I don't know why cheap price run at the part there. You understand what I say? Auntie. I mean, no one gonna ask me that, you know. So the lady up on the screen, you know, is a counselor. When I normally means a word on a reel. You understand? And on more than one occasion, I have seen her, heard her addressing the crime situation in Augustown, saying that I don't feel how many views I can. Saying that many of the gangs in Augustown are being financed and bankrolled by personnel overseas. And it brings me back to a little point. You understand? It brings me back to a little point. Many times, when it relates to guns coming into the country, we blame America. And we blame the United States government. And I have often, you see, me don't know, me just tend to think different sometimes. Not that my thought process better than anybody would, but me just look on some things in a broader perspective. Most probably 50 size of my head, you know what I mean? A broad thoughts. And I have often concluded that America is not to be blamed for the guns that come to Jamaica. Jamaicans are to be blamed for the guns that come to Jamaica. Because 99.9999% of the guns that come to Jamaica, Jamaicans buy them and I send come here. Sure, America gun laws slack on a level. But that are for them laws and for the country. It's for them country. You understand? People from many other countries go to America and they now buy a gun, send go back there where they come from. Them a work and go back and build them country. So why we can't do that? But we have this tendency to blame everybody except take responsibility. You see me? Three-quarters of the guns that come out of the country are Jamaicans buy them, ship them, come to Jamaica to kill them one brother and sisters. But we get up every day, we blame America this and America that. Nobody now take no responsibility, Bridget. We always a deflect and now accept responsibilities for actions. You see him? Alright. Listen what I go on in our dance, you know. Overseas influencers arming Augustown gangs, says counselor. You understand? She says, Jamaican-born individuals fueling crime. I have no doubts about it. At least 4 of Augustown's deadliest gangs are being funded and influenced by persons living overseas who are natives of the community. My mother normally say fish come from sea bottom and tell us a shark down there. You better believe that, you know. You understand? This is according to counsel for the Papine Division, Venetia Phillips. The politician was among a group of people at Gleaner Editors Forum. There are guys who have left Augustown, some of who are in jails, but their allegiances is still at the location on their corner, Phillips said. She stated that these influencers not only provide money to purchase guns and ammunition, but also give out orders. Spanning 4.7 kilometers, Augustown has seen 10 gun murders since the start of the year and 14 shootings. There are currently 7 gangs in the space, and the community, although relatively small, is broken down into several fragments. In analyzing the situation, Phillips stated that there are some youngsters who will live for gun salutes that they will never hear. If you should go to a funeral and there are gun salutes being carried out, you should see how some of these youngsters enjoy it, and they will tell you that they will get theirs. I remember even speaking to one of the men who live overseas, and he told me that he shouldn't even be speaking to me because I violated him and stopped his face from being painted on a wall in the community, Phillips said. I visited the corner to understand why there was some form of resistance to even my. Well, I visited the corner to understand why there was some form of resistance to even my presence, and I was told by some that I was stopping their food. It would seem that they were given an ultimatum by their influencers that they can either listen to me or him, she added. The Eastern St. Andrew community was declared a zone of special operations on Wednesday by PM Andrew Holness. Also, present at the forum is Kenneth Wilson, a social worker, who said that it will take a special program to rid the community of the negative external forces, as there are more than 30 of these people in Augustown are linked to August. Well, not corners in Augustown, I suppose. It is an ego thing, and no one wants to strengthen their corner by starting a business. And this has been a long-standing problem that we need to solve. But this can only be fixed by the residents of Augustown. Also, each of these corners functions differently, so it is not a one strategy that will fix all, he said. Smoke the marijuana on the corner. You make me smarter. Digging up the ice cream. Getting to my head. I need to remember the song. Holding out the pressure. Trying to do the right. Some fools are gonna want it happen. Come and scheme up a bag of fight. But tell them be humble and I make the demon rise. Go and go look in the mirror and ask yourself. The pain I feel you never know. Emotions that I never show. I'm on a lonely road. But I've walked this lonely road before. I'm a Spartan soldier. I was born to conquer. I was raised and trained for war. I'm a Spartan soldier till my life is over, till my heart can't beat no more. Ah, boy. Sparta will walk in a danger with better than that any boy feel. Never mind. The rumor done spread, them put money upon me head. Say Gaza go and murder and Tommy Lee if he did. Them attack Tommy Lee never once been scared. Ah, boy. Tommy Lee. Tommy Lee. Cops make Tommy Lee cry. Artist feels unfairly targeted by police. Like, I couldn't do that video, but sure, I couldn't even bother. You understand? Dancehall artist Tommy Lee Sparta was moved to tears after police listed him as a person of interest. Ernest Smith, the entertainer's attorney, says the entertainer believes a cop at the Freeport police station has a personal vendetta against him. Smith said that with tears in his eyes, Tommy Lee Sparta asked the cop, what have I done to you? Why you wanna treat me like a criminal? Big up Bugle. With tears in his eyes, Tommy Lee Sparta asked the cop, what have I done to you? Why are you doing this to me? Smith said that after accompanying his client to Montego Bay on Tuesday to turn himself into law enforcers who wanted to question him, the artist was detained under the state of public emergency in the parish. Smith also said that he was informed at the station that the entertainer had a question and answer session set for Wednesday, I think, at 11 with the Counter-Terrorism and Organized Crime Investigation branch CTAC and Organized Crime Investigations Division. But when they turned up, CTAC had no knowledge of any question and answer session. They know bad. Talk them up. Talk them up. Tommy leave me up. When I eventually got in touch with CTAC, well, when I reached to say it, Freeport police wasted my entire day. He said, Smith said that the cop in question told him that he had made arrangements for the question and answer sessions and interrogations to begin on Wednesday. When I eventually got in touch with CTAC, they told me that the cop had made no arrangements with them to interview Mr. Leroy Russell. No arrangements at all, Smith said. CTAC were very apologetic. Now CTAC themselves have decided to take the bull by the horn and have set up the interview for 11:30 on Friday. I don't know if it happened, and if it happened, I don't know what come out of it. And so I am going to have to go back to Montego Bay on Friday. Smith also said that he called the lawman 27 times without answer. I sent him text messages to ask what has become of the arrangements and he never answered. In my opinion, he deliberately misled us, he said. Despite his concerns, Smith expressed confidence that after the question and answer session is conducted on Friday, his client would be set free. The officer said I spoke at CTAC. The officer that I spoke to at CTAC is a decent, honest policeman, and he said that he's going to make sure that it is done. I believe it will be done, so let us see what happens on Friday. He, Tommy Lee, has to remain there in lockup until then, but I expect him to be released after the private session, said Smith. This is the third time in 4 years that the entertainer has been listed as a person of interest by the police. In 2016, detectives in the Kingston Eastern Division listed him as a person of interest in relation to a shooting incident on Saunders Avenue in Kingston. The following year, the Freeport police station asked the DJ to turn himself in for a questioning in relation to a shooting incident in the Flanker community during the Christmas holiday. In 2017, Smith said that Tommy Lee Sparta was pursuing a $20 million lawsuit against the state. He said his client had faced discrimination and that his rights as a citizen were breached by the police who refused to grant permits for shows on which he was booked. I'm a champion. I'm a hero. I'm gonna ride till the tank hits zero. Some say that I'm a knockoff. Some say that I'm a fraud. I don't know what else is about the Tommy Lee situation here, Rasta. You understand? Some words in the streets, I say some things, as there always is. When one of my style repeat certain things, especially if I can verify it. You understand? Remember also that Tommy Lee was tried for lottery scamming. He was acquitted. See? Trouble seem for follow Tommy Lee. Is it designed or is it self-inflicted? I suppose that is a question we have to ask. You understand? So, that is the question. Are Tommy Lee's legal troubles designed or are they self-inflicted wounds? Because he has been in run-ins with the security forces almost yearly for the past couple of years. His family associates of or with some people who him shouldn't be, I don't know. If these incidents are manufactured and designed, then it is really unjust to the entertainer. However, if these incidents are self-inflicted wounds through direct engagements, affiliations, or associations, then I don't even know Rasta. You understand? But as I said Wednesday night, and I will reiterate same, if Tommy Lee's conscience is clean and he knows that he is not involved in anything untoward, I trust that he will be vindicated yet again. However, on the flip side of that, if Tommy Lee knows that he is not living along the straight and narrow, he need to fix what he need to fix. If he knows that he's involved in things that are not in line with the laws of the land, he need to fix what he fix. If he knows that he's associated or aligned with people who are not living within the confines and remits of the laws of the country, he need to fix what he needs to fix. And if by his admission and his lawyers, he is being targeted by the police, whether specific police or police officers, then I suppose these police officers need to be reported to the inspectorate of the constabulary and are in the com, and the matter be dealt with. You understand? Because I couldn't within myself feel comfortable if you know every year the police man call me as a person of interest. You understand? So then, maybe I make sure so me not do nothing for the police them call me as a person of interest. But then I suppose Tamili will say him not do nothing. You know me they love to ask Tamili some serious question on a serious level. Some question and probably some man who interview him not willing to ask him. Yeah. I'm going to try get an interview with the artist. And I must work out, but I'm going to try. Because I have some questions I don't really want to ask Tamili. Because something wrong somewhere, family. Whether from the police side or from Tamili's side. Something wrong. Some of them love to ask Tamili some questions when some man good as afraid for asking. Now look into it. I look into it. Because this kind of happen every year, so for no reason. You feel me? something wrong somewhere. Where me can't tell you because I don't know. But it's either the police them not tell you the truth or Tommy Lee not tell you the truth. Smaddy not tell you the truth. That is the truth. You understand? Tommy Lee has spent more time at police station than some police officers. Then me not understand. Is when Tommy Lee got Twickenham Park go train. Something wrong somewhere. You feel me? And me know it I got easy to say the system and fight the youth. We have this conversation before so me leave about going on it. But why don't know Rasta? Justin said the police them not tell the truth. So like I go boss on Emily upon Tommy. Oh man, my style different from Emily's style, man. Yeah, that's that. When me want to find things, man, me have my ways of getting to certain questions. You know, when I just say, yeah, son, you work your way into it. See, you know, you get the interviewer, the interviewee comfortable, man. You understand? And thing, and you just drop a few questions. I don't know Rasta. Big woman thing. But something is amiss in the midst of all of this. Strange. I feel it's a better I'm joining the force. It's a Tommy Lee's. You know, I shouldn't take some phone call on that topic here. But not tonight. Me that me. Probably just need to do one phone call addressing. Let me hear what people have to say about the whole Tommy Lee. One phone call stream. Text on call. You know, tomorrow, Saturday night, no interview this weekend. I'm not doing no outside work outside of the home this weekend because, you know, I look one fresh off I press. So we're not really exposing to no stress. You understand? I probably need to do that because I don't really like to gauge the thought process of the fans and Jamaicans and a whole upon the whole Tommy Lee situation because something misses somewhere. One piece of a puzzle lost. Or if you not last man, they hide it. See, I'm really and truly, you see, who don't want Tommy Lee for the same fate as some of my colleagues them. But something not right. Isn't it? Something not right.
Something all right.
Yeah.
All right, yeah.
As I said, a lot of things are being said, and you know, as I said, on social media, have people who profess to know everything, so them say things. Then a man who said teach you know hear X, Y, or Z, or you know what I mean, you see one look at headline somewhere. But me don't know. Jaja. As I said before, Tommy Lee is a youth. Well, when me really used to deep in a dancehall, I appreciate Tommy Lee's creativity as an entertainer. You understand? I have said that publicly before, I never hide that. Zane. And to what look to me, Tommy Lee is in trouble, yeah, sir. That's why I look to me. Zane. Well, I don't know. the reality is that, you know, no matter how the wall stay, if you keep on flinging paint on it, 1/4 of the paint will go stick. If you keep flinging paint on the wall, 1/4 go stick. Because here we go on, you see all of the coat them where you been a fling on the wall before, I prime them a prime the wall for the last coat there, you know. Yeah man, I know some of the song them graphic and gothic and in some instances demonic. You understand? But I think it's a creative entity. I mean, I'm talented. Separate and apart from the actual contents and lyrics. You understand? He's a talented youth. You may not think you can really take that from him. See? But as me I say, no matter how the walls stay, 1/4 paint I go stick, brother. Because the rest of paint them before, I prime them a prime the wall, Rasta. Prime the wall, I prime. Zine? But I love to talk to the DJ. I mean, I love to ask him some question. I mean, I really see nobody willing to ask him. You understand? Me ask some question. For Tommy the DJ. Question. What go on? Every year, Rasta. Yeah, Spring Garden, not true that still. But my understanding is same. I think he moved from Montego Bay and some of them know. I almost sure I saw an article where him say all him move from Montego Bay and him still I follow him up. Some of them know if him really move from Mobay or him just say that. Ah boy. Daily say I'm left 12 years now. Years him left my baby. Oh, cool. Well, as Ninja say, something alright. I don't know what it is, but something alright somewhere. You understand? Whether it's on the law enforcement side or it's on the entertainer side, something not right. Family have a song entitled The Redemption Song. We're listening to it in half time. Yeah? Listen to that song now in half time. It's a teach them recommendation. I'm gonna recommend foolishness, but I left. It's a different song. See? One of my favorite family. Spartan Soldier, my favorite family. See, for some strangers, me just love that song. You know, you have some violence in it, but there are aspects of the song that me can identify with as a youth. You understand? But, you know. Ah boy. I could get back to regular programming, I suppose. Oh, I'm not a picture with Query. How are you? And I don't know. Let's see. I'm not sure. I'm not a picture with him. I don't know. I'm never put in on this. Blessings in the Tony Clark. Man, as I respect, you know. Cookie, you know the song? Yeah, man. Baptize the demons, man, brother. I see the other way around, teach. What you talk about, bro? Can it be Paul? I go try make him walk free. Teach them. The police you need to interview. Why they keep locking him up? Why not the artist though? You understand? I suppose we can talk to somebody in the police force too in relation to that. That makes sense. We get both sides of the story. You understand? Fair enough. But I think the artists need to answer a few questions. Ah boy. Creary to take legal action against the Integrity Commission. I suppose him follow him friend weekly. Mayor of Port Murray and former Petrojam board member Richard Creary has indicated that how Creary reached upon Petrojam board. Right now, I would be a better fit for Petrojam board than Mr. Creary. That's honesty to God. You understand? Talk it true. Me would then be a better board member over Petrojam than Mr. Creary. In all honesty. But true, nobody know me and me don't know nobody still. Everything. Just go and be a YouTube up on the level. You understand? Mayor of Port Murray and former Petrojam board member Richard Creary has indicated that he will be taking legal action against the Integrity Commission for what he called a deeply flawed report on matters at the oil refinery. In a news release Friday, Creary said that the report has caused him undue stress and damaged his reputation and has raised a number of unnecessary questions surrounding his unblemished career in politics. These politicians, the wording is always the same. Undue stress and damaged reputation. I have letters from lawyers in relation to politicians that have the same wording. I'll leave that as it is. Understand? But I'm just saying, they must can do some rewording, man. The word is not so limited. Undue stress and damage to reputation. Jaja. In a news release Friday, we said that already. He is demanding an immediate retraction of the entire report. Them can't do that, sir. Them can't retract the entire report, sir. So whosoever influence if you say that, Mr. Creary, it can't happen, sir. You understand? What them probably do is come and apologize to you for saying some things were wrong to you. But how them for retract the entire report, brother? Come, talk it through. Right now you cause yourself undue stress. You understand? He is demanding an immediate retraction. Oh, Tommy Lee say listen. But alright, DJ, look more. We talk. You see me? Right now. Oh, that's it. Oh, I'm sure I'm supposed to have a picture of curious about the place. Good as done on my desktop still. Oh? I'm gonna delete them. So I never have no picture with him for the last stream. I don't know why I'm alright. You mean I'm a rubbish bin? No, I delete them now too. Somebody in a rubbish bin sometime. But alright. Listen what I'm going. So him say he's demanding an immediate retraction of the entire report that is fraught with errors and inaccuracies according to the release. I have already categorically denied any wrongdoing on my part as it relates to Petrojam. It is not enough for them to tell lies on me, then say subsequently that they made a mistake. The Commission must retract the report immediately, as the report is now totally lacking in credibility. I hereby demand that the Integrity Commission issue a public apology immediately. Then I have no issue with that. But if you retract the report, no, sir. Teacher can teach video production. Me still a learning, brother, so me probably able to teach. So we can make a few pointers here and there still, but I don't know. So the commenter said, Jamaican police wicked. Them will kill him and say a gunman kill him. I don't think Tamil is so stupid to mix up and see how them after him. Okay. We don't think a lot of things in the moment, but you know I think go still. But alright, I get what I say still. So what I say, you know, I could deal with some other things, you know. Too much of one thing good for none. Yeah. A report must not consist of opinions, guesses or innuendos, and conclusions based on clairvoyance or abject stupidity, but on actual facts. It would serve the public interest well if the Commission would explain what action it plans to take against those who have prepared this flawed and dubious report that has caused such damage to my reputation and has sought to malign my character. The development comes days after the Integrity Commission admitted that it erred when it said Creary was present when former Petrojam General Manager Floyd Greenlee was interviewed for the job. Creary has insisted that he was not a part of the panel that interviewed Greenlee, as was stated in the Commission's damning report into the activities of the country's lone oil refinery. Creary, according to the release, is distraught with the personnel at the Integrity Commission that prepared the report and believes the Commission should be held accountable to the same standard that they are supposed to be promoting. The release said that the Port Maria mayor is in consultation with his lawyers and will be taking the advice on the next steps forward. I would have said some things I say, but make it stay. Yeah. You know, during the COVID lockdown, Bush Stewart gave all 63 members of parliament $500,000 to assist with their constituencies. And on the face of it, I never have an issue per se, except for the fact that was Bush Stewart doing so just out of wanting to help, or he was creating an angle for himself. And also, the fundamental issue that I had at the time was the fact that the money was given directly to the politician versus a central agency that would now acquire the resources needed by the constituencies. I would have preferred it that way versus the MPs receiving the monies directly. Former head of the Court of Appeal, Justice Seymour Panton, and who is now a part of the Integrity Commission, has in recent times been adamant and strident that politicians should not be given money directly in circumstances like what happened. He never said that specifically with Bush Stewart, but I know I refer to that too. Basically, he must say, when you give politicians money like that, you're feeding the greedy and not the needy. Yeah. I'm going to find one picture of Mr. Panton. Mr. Panton, watch out. Yeah, man. Stop feeding the greedy. Panton stands firm on position regarding donations to parliamentarians. Unshakable. That is how retired Justice Seymour Panton described his stance in relation to parliamentarians who are used by individuals as a vehicle to distribute scarce benefits to their constituents. Panton, a former president of the Court of Appeal, argued that persons who wish to make donations should do it themselves or distribute them through established charities. I believe in that as well, Mr. Panton. You understand? I agree. When money is delivered in a constituency in that matter, what is likely to happen is that the greedy will benefit, not necessarily the needy. I like that. I like that. I believe so too. I believe so too. is my personal, unshakable position, an unapologetic Panton said. On Tuesday, during the inaugural meeting of the Integrity Commission Oversight Committee, at least 2 lawmakers questioned the source of authority of Panton's position, which he expressed in a report tabled in Parliament last week. Hold on, don't move. Sandals Hotel boss Gordon Boot Stewart recently gave $31.5 million to 63 members of Parliament to distribute to their constituents. ICOC Chairman Carl Smuda. That camera there. Highlighted Panton's remarks in the annual report, saying it's a statement worth reading. That was a contentious remark. I want to see the source of authority of that statement, said committee member Mark Golding. Like you, I am not sure where the authority is vested, said Samuda. Panton made it clear that the statement represented his personal view, noting that it was not intended to question the integrity of any parliamentarians. So Panton, come on man, be strong man, don't back down sir. He said that parliamentarians have a tendency to give things to henchmen to distribute, and henchmen usually look after their own. The Integrity Commission chairman also noted that we don't want the perception that when persons give things like these, that they are expecting to get anything in return. He said that there might be persons applying for contracts and succeed legitimately, but the perception that might be created is that, well, because you gave so and so, this contract has succeeded. In the annual report, Panton said there should be no question of giving money to a parliamentarian to distribute to constituents. Parliamentarians are not supposed to be engaged in the distribution of gifts, scarce resources, or spoils. Family, no matter who owns Sandals, Boss Stewart is the man behind Sandals. Understand? So, a Boss Stewart give the money and Adam give the money. Boss Stewart gave the money, so Boss Stewart the man I talk about. So, it don't make no sense we try to debate that. Because that is undebatable. You understand? So, that go on. So, on the issue of feeding the greedy and not the needy. And I know say Mr. Belnavis greedy. I'm just saying. Since that's the answer. He resigned. That's what you tell me one night. I can't tell you somebody kind of lag behind with the information. Because, you know what I mean? Yeah, man. There's a new member on the team. Land deal threat. There's uncertainty over Belnavis' $10 million offer for a government lot. Why?
Something alright.
Jamaica not real, huh? You're not real, man. Sydney Stewart, the newly installed mayor of St. Anne's Bay, as they call it, St. Anne's Bay, told the monthly meeting of the municipal corporation that he would review and reverse, if necessary, the approved sale of a lot of land in the heart of the capital for $10 million to his predecessor, who resigned last week as calls grew for him to step down. The council for the Bamboo Division in St. Anne, who has been elected to the top job in the wake of the resignation of Michael Belnavis last week, signaled that it would not be business as usual at the municipality. I saw them normally start still, but I hope, you know what I mean? The issue was raised by a counsel for the Beachertown Division, Ian Bell, who told the meeting that based on documents he had seen, the land was sold to Belnavis for $10 million. Situated on Main Street in the capital, the land currently houses a public sanitary convenience to the rear and a Western Union outlet at the front, allegedly operated by Belnavis. The lot is sandwiched by a gas station and a supermarket. I know the exact piece of land. I know be like that, you know. Attempts to reach Belnavis for a comment last night was unsuccessful. Bell said that the proposal to purchase the property was approved by the Trust and Estate Committee and later sent to the Finance Committee in February this year. He said that at the time, he raised objections to the proposal, but before the matter could be ventilated, a motion was moved and seconded to approve the sale. He said that the matter was next scheduled to be sent to the local government ministry for approval, but he has yet to hear anything further. When contacted, local government minister Desmond McKenzie said he was not immediately able to comment on the reported development. McKenzie also asked for the questions on the matter to be submitted to him for his investigation and response. However, Stewart informed the meeting that although the sale had been authorized, it had not yet gone through and he would review it and possibly stop it. Why Mr. Belnavis do? I don't do Rasta. I don't know Star. Stewart said, I know that an application came to the corporation and it is being discussed. I am aware of that. In terms of the agreement about it being sold, we are not here yet. We are not there yet. The recommendation has been made, and I am saying to Councillor Bell, if it is that you believe that we should abort the discussion and rescind where we are today, I am expecting to look at that. The former mayor has occupied the premises for many years, and he made the application to try and acquire it. We did get a valuation, and that is where we are. And the committee at that point had taken a decision that we will sell it to the mayor, but we are not there yet, he explained. Meanwhile, Bell has also called for a chief executive officer of the St. Ann Municipal Corporation, Wovel Morris, to be sent on short administrative leave with pay, or be transferred to facilitate a smooth and proper investigation of the corporation. Bell argued that since the mayor has been forced to remove himself from the process, it is only prudent that Morris, who as CEO has an impact on the daily operations of the municipality, should also be excused in order to allow for the investigation. Makes sense. So the Integrity Commission is currently conducting an investigation into several aspects of the operation of the municipality. However, Desmond McKenzie, who was at the meeting, said that such a move was something he would have to take under advice, as he could not order such an action without credible information. Why? Speaking about, never mind. Let me say a picture speaks 1,000 words. See it there? Bail extended for Ruel Reid, Fritz Pinnock and other co-accused. Surprise. Former Education Minister Ruel Reid and Caribbean Maritime University President Fritz Pinnock and their co-accused had their bails extended when they appeared before the Kingston and St. Andrew Parish Court recently. They were ordered to return to court on the 29th of October. See? I don't know the situation already. We can't bother go through all of that. I just keep on up to date. You understand? It looks like a JLP administration, you see? Sit down and a meeting somewhere. Probably eat 4-tier topsy-turvy chocolate cake. And said, sure. Yeah, no matter about scandal and them things with the PNP. Look how we gonna beat them scandal. Them scandal ain't no scandal, man. Look how we gonna walk with the scandal back, you know. I don't know Rasta. See? The Prime Minister during his campaign said that it was a new dawn. Maglina go on down. You understand? And that corruption will not be tolerated. Yeah? See? Corruption will not be tolerated. And anybody who is found to be corrupt will XYZ. I don't even know. And here we are. You understand? And of note, I saw the results of a Dan and this Bill Johnson poll recently, where one of the questions asked was that, will corruption play any role in your voting decision come election? 68% of the people them say no. 68% of the people them say corruption no matter to. As a matter of fact, there was a vox pop. And most people say, yo, me a die-hearted Labour right or me a die-hearted PNP. So I must vote for Labour right and vote for PNP. So it don't really matter to me. Some people say 6 or 1.5, it don't even matter. So it don't matter. You understand? Some people say the same thing with JLP and the PNP do it, so it don't matter. Jamaican people, you know? Me not talk as some Trinidadian or some Bayesian the day and the interview. They talk Jamaican people, you know? On TVJ News, me see them with my eye, you know? Then if corruption no matter to the people, then what you think politicians are continue for them? Me had to hurt my peace. I go try to get some rest, if possible. You understand? I'll definitely see you on Sunday. You see? I have a few more topics, but sure. Sunday I deal with them. Can't be bothered. You see? Right now, I leave and cuss them because it don't make no sense you waste powder upon blackboard, you know. Them is all shake you off and black same way. And blackboard just flap 2 times so and the whole of powder gone. Then black again. You understand? True colors can't cover up. So one next night, I waste look powder upon blackboard. Not tonight. Powder limited. You see it? Auntie. So your peeps, big up on a nice and clean self, you know. I appreciate the support. You see me? I need to get some rest, as I tell us. So I gotta just wrap up. So peace, big up on yourself. Enjoy your weekend. COVID still a keep on the air, but that's what I'm gonna know. So be careful, especially if you have elderly at home. Mother, grandmother, father, them people there. You understand what I say? Auntie. So right now, me I say bro God and Andre from night with the parlor. Me if I look at you tonight, you know. Me I don't know we talk about parlor one next night. You understand? Big up on yourself, bros. You see me? Yeah, man. So, we're not careful. Enjoy the weekend as best as you can, despite the constraints and things. You know what I mean? Just be careful out there. Protect yourselves, protect the people them you love and care for. And protect everybody where you can protect said speed, because you don't know any man. Each one teach one, reach one, you know. This each one, you know what it is. Yeah, dear Jay, big up yourself, bro. Yeah, man. You know I love. You understand? And thing. So, me I say, I know, Empress Joan Gray, DeAndre Small, Miss Millicent Thomas McDermott, Viewers Delight. I like the name the viewers. It's a nice catching you. You understand? Danny, Empress Cookie, see, Spring Garden, Christine Jarrett, Finar, Kenny B, Justin, 876 bro God. Big up yourself, you know, bro. Man, I said every time, you know. You understand? May I search. Mark Clark. You understand? Miss May what? Big up yourself in a moment. Empress Ruth Daly. Man, as I respect them. Think MS Funk and them people that are the building as well. You understand? And think Garfield Leslie, big up yourself in a bro. I know what they said about him. Good at job sleep. Craig, big up yourself in a bro. Man, as I respect them. You understand? Xavier, I see the message in bro. But I never get round for adding it to the WhatsApp group yet. My apologies. Just shot me a next message and remind me, brother. Cause more time I think just, you know what I mean? But I see the message and I was to get back to you, but then I get caught up. You know what thing go. Kanaika, good night, Empress. Peeps, you know the thing go. When you go up on the road, load them big old phone, they stop separate yourself from your environment. Them Bluetooth headpiece something there. Them not at neither. Them they even look good. Stop walk with them. You understand what I mean? I say, keep your phones in your bags and in your pocket. Use them only when you need them. Walk with only the cash you need. Roll up at jewelers and bangles and fandangles. Yeah, you're one and you work for, you're a money buyer, but people take it from you and take your life in the process. You know what I mean? If you must take public transportation and try to travel, you know what I mean, with a few people in a COVID thing, see, if you can't do that, know the do's and the don'ts. State the license plate number. Send go to somebody. Tell people where you're dead. Tell people where you go. Always follow your instinct. If it feels wrong, it is wrong. Above all, trust absolutely no one. For the people that will keep living them lives in them social media status. Every move they make it, everybody knows. Stop. People are watching them. People are pruning. You understand? You know, compromise on the safety and security. For the people that will live them private life in a public. You don't know what private mean. I own some dictionary, but me get around to that. You understand what I say? For the people them when I suffer from the Instagram syndrome, I say people that live them best life. I want to live people best life. When you relax on yourself, man. Live the life where you can live the best way you can. You have all your own until you can own your own. You know what I mean? Peeps, big up on yourself. Yeah, then I brought TV with Tasha and nonsense. Dante Dan. I am Dwight cooking show. Big up yourself in the family. Father Lance Cook. Stay up, bossy. Big up yourself in the bossy so. Father can prosper. You know the thing, you know. You know what I mean? And them something there. Peeps. Good night. Father Raymond Johnson, Manas, all of the people in the building, big up on yourself. BM. You know what I mean? Big up yourself in the youth. You see? Thing. Very good night, Mr. T. Have a good rest. Good night. Yeah, peace. Big up on yourself. Sunday, 8:30. Make it a date and don't be late. Don't look for it. Get booked for it. I'm out.
Thank you for tuning in. Like the stream before you go. Subscribe if you haven't done so. Remember to share the stream with your family and friends and browse the channel for more amazing content. Until next time, walk good, my friends.
Teach them. Hey, yo, make it reach them. It's teach them. Right here. Warlord representing.